Hi, this is The Rusted Willow, and my name is Tammy, and this is where we do DIYs, hauls, and everything upcycled. All right, so I have had these blanks in my stash for quite a while. This came from Hobby Lobby, I can't even tell you when, many years ago, and I probably got it 50 or 60% off. So I am just going to sand this surface and get it prepared for a base coat. So after I give it a good sanding, and I just want to, scuff it up so that the paint will stick really well. I am going to give a base coat of the black chalkboard paint. If only crafting happened this fast. So I do cover this completely with chalkboard paint, and I cover it front and the sides. I do not paint the back. Now we are going to crackle. So I am going to crackle. I have some more of that wood that I dug out of the trash. If you watched my video a couple videos back, I will link it here in the cards for you. You will see that I had previously spray painted them with black paint to seal them, and then I went over them with the same black chalkboard paint from Dollar Tree, and now I'm giving them a coat of the white school glue. And you don't want to go too heavy unless you want heavy cracks. If you want light cracks, you put on a light coat of glue. Now you let it sit and get a little tacky, and then once it gets a little bit tacky, then you put on your top coat that you want to crackle. And see, I didn't get in quite enough glue there for me, so I went back and added some more glue. Now I am putting that over all of the surfaces. I am going to finish up these scrap cut off pieces of wood, and I'm going to finish this wood blank that I got from Hobby Lobby. I'm trying to use up my stash, guys, so I'm doing a very good job. I just want you to know. Now I am just using plaster and Waverly chalk paint, and I put on a little too much there. I decided that putting the paint on the surface was probably not the way to go. It did still crackle really nicely, but I got a little bit too much paint. So I don't want to continue to do that. And you'll see here in a second, I do put it in a little dish and then I brush it on that way. So I am just finishing these the same way I did in the last video with my scrap wood, and I am giving the top where the glue is to crackle just a light coat, not quite full coverage, but not dry brush either. But then the sides and the back, I'm going to dry brush. So there, I decided I better put the paint in a little dish and put it on that way. So I go ahead and do all the sides, and then I do the back last. And then now I'm going to cover this large blank. These are really nice boards just to make signs with. I actually end up taking that hanger off because it's not going the right direction. But I pick these up whenever I can if they are 60, 70, even 90% off, because they make really nice wood signs and they're heavy duty. So then I'm just using my hairdryer to help this along, and it crackles up so nicely. I love it. I hope you can see that crackle texture. I love it. Okay, this is gonna turn out super cool. Okay, so now I am just showing you that I do go ahead and paint the backs of these blocks because I want it to be finished. You don't want to leave your projects unfinished. And I had 2 blocks sitting there over to the left side that I had finished from last week, but I didn't put a design on. I also put white paint on the edges just to finish off the edges. Now this sign I designed in Canva, and I made a copy that you can just decoupage on, or I made a copy that is reversed, mirrored, actually, it's mirrored, that you can reverse decoupage. So I don't know what they call that, but anyway, I'm going to show you how to put this on. Now, if you've ever watched our Upcycle Life, Deidre does this technique all the time. She uses Mod Podge. I don't particularly care for Mod Podge, so I am going to be using a new decoupage medium by Fusion that I've never used before, and we'll see how that turns out. I actually have a decoupage medium that I like to use that I have used before. And of course, I can't think of the name of it right this second, but I think it works better than decoupage. Now, I have never used this Fusion decoupage medium before, and so I wasn't sure how much to put on or how little to put on or how well it was going to work. So this is my first time, and I have some work to do. I need to learn how to use it, honestly. I think it'll work just fine because it did actually work fine in other places on this sign, but the sign did not turn out as well as I had hoped it would. It was still rustic, but a little too rustic for me. So I didn't put on, I'll just tell you, I didn't put on a thick enough coat, honestly. That's what happened. And the sign did not turn out, so I'm just going to show you my fail, but just so you know, you can fix your fails, guys. It's okay. It's okay. It's just crafting. So this, like I said, was my first time using this. And I will be using it again just to try it out, and I will be putting a thicker coat on. Now, I set the sign aside to let it dry for 24 hours, and then I just used my fingers and a little bit of water, and I just got the top layer of the paper wet until I could see the actual design, and then I started rubbing. So you just want to rub the paper off and leave the ink on your actual sign. And I think it would have turned out fine. Now, in some places, I got a little overzealous and rubbed a little too hard. This is a fine art, so you have to really take your time. Don't get impatient, and don't use too much water, and then just rub until it comes off. But you don't want to rub too hard. So now, once I put the water on the North Pole, I could tell that the paper was not stuck down too well. And so I wasn't sure, should I stop? Should I put some Mod Podge under there and let it dry? Or should I just keep going? I decided to just keep going and let you know, or let you see the process and let you see like what actually happened to me, because this could happen to you no matter what medium you use. So just be mindful that fails happen. It's okay. What I actually did was after I got this all done, I'll show you how it looks. And then I took it and I sanded it down and I gave it another very light coat of white paint. And then I crackled it again. I dried it with the dryer and it crackled it again. So as you can see, like most of the words up top did not stick down, and I think it's because I did not have enough medium on there for it to stick down. So all right, guys, today is Third Thursday Thrift Flips, and Elizabeth and I host this every third Thursday of the month. This month, our guest host is Charlene from Crafty Art Shack. So I hope you will go over and visit Charlene's channel and visit Elizabeth's channel and check out our playlist and see lots of thrift flip inspiration. Spit that out 10 times fast. All right, guys, I ordered this rice paper or decoupage paper from Milton's daughter, Lori. Lori is over at Milton's daughter, and she is just a doll. Let me tell you, she is super sweet. So if you ever order anything from Milton's daughter, just let her know that Tammy from The Rusted Willow sent you over there. Now, I ordered this as well. This is like a pink Christmas vintagey, shabby chic looking decoupage paper. So what I'm doing is I am just taking my small paintbrush and a little bit of water, and I'm just drawing around each of the designs. And then I go back and just make sure that I tear off the little pieces that I don't want on there. So I don't do every single one of these, but I do quite a bit of them. And this is very simple to do. I love this Santa on here. He is so, so beautiful. And I found lots of really beautiful decoupage paper on Lori's website. And so here I am. I'm just going to show you how I decorated these blocks in different ways. So if you don't have a Cricut, you can always use, rice paper. You can make your own designs on rice paper. You can use this decoupage paper. And I'm just cutting off the long fibers on here. I did not cut the edges. They still look torn, because I like that torn look. And I'm just using the decoupage medium here from Fusion and a small paintbrush. And I just put a little strip on, and then I put the rest underneath the design, and then I go around the edges real good just to make sure that it's down. And then I set that aside to dry. I love that little candy. It's like a little candy shop. And then I got these two cute little elves, and I'm going to do the same thing with them. I put them in place where I want them, and then I just decoupage on up to the top. And I make sure to go around the edges really well. Okay, so then I was in Oklahoma a couple weekends ago, and Dixie Belle retailer was going out of business. So they were selling all their stuff at 40%. So I got these transfers from their booth, and I also got, I got some wax, some wood wax, and then I got that brush. Because I thought 40% off, heck yeah, I'm buying me a really nice brush. So this is a Christmas design, and I just thought it would be perfect for some of the crafts that I'm going to be doing for Christmas. And that way, I guess I'm going to be hoarding my IOD ones. I don't know. I don't know why I bought more Christmas. Did I need them? No, I didn't. But anyway, 'tis the season. So I went ahead and bought them because, they're 40% off. How could you not? It was the last one. Anyway, so I am using some of these designs, these transfers, and I am putting it on the wood block. So here is another idea. If you don't have a Cricut, you can buy some transfers and make you some beautiful home decor. And I will be embellishing these a little bit later on in the video. This poinsettia is so pretty, and I didn't want to cut it apart, so I just wrapped it around the block, and I thought, you know what? I'm just going to use it all. I'll wrap it around all sides. I don't care. Now, what I like to do when I am doing a transfer, which I don't do very many on this channel, is I like to rub it and then hold up the top, as you can see there. And then I just kind of pull up a little bit, make sure that it's going down right. And if it's not going down right, you just lay it back down and rub it some more. And then I just pull up and I'm just rub it down some more. And then I burnish it on there with the backing. And I love how that looks. Now, this is a Cricut design that I made a few weeks ago, and I thought, you know what? I'm going to put it on this little block. And now I'm going to use my Mod Podge, and I'm going to seal all of these blocks. Because if you're using a transfer, you want to seal it in. So I seal all my blocks with Mod Podge. Now, some of these have an edging that you can see, and I wanted to blend that in a little bit more. So I took some white paint, some very light pink paint, and some antiquing wax, and I just kind of mixed them together, and I went around the edges, and then I just kind of went all over the block just to kind of blend it, to make it look a little bit aged and to match the decoupage paper. And I do not brush these, I actually pounce. Like I go around and I pounce around the edges. The Santa is one of my favorites. So it looks like I'm brushing, but I'm really not. I'm actually pouncing up and down, up and down. So you want to just pounce up and down, up and down, up and down, because that just helps it blend in and you don't have those harsh lines. And then on these transfers, I go back in and I distress them a little bit before I add the Mod Podge, because I want the black underneath to come through on the edges. And when I'm done with that, I take my Mod Podge and I seal them in. So everywhere there's a transfer, I use my Mod Podge. So if it's just on the front, then I just do the front. But actually on these, I think I did the front and the sides, but I don't Mod Podge the back. I love that Santa. I think he's my favorite. Okay, so then I have this rice paper that I purchased from Amazon. Oh gosh, probably 2 years ago. I don't know. It's been a long time. Anyway, if you want to use rice paper and you want to make your own designs, you can do that. You just run it through your printer. Now make sure that you attach it to a regular sheet of paper. And this rice paper is not 8.5 by 11. It's a little bit narrower and it's a little bit longer than 11 inches. So I just taped it on to a sheet of paper and I ran it through my printer. Now this design actually came from Deidre over at Our Upcycled Life. I can't remember if this was one of her free designs that she gave out or if this is one that I purchased off of her Etsy shop. So if you do, here I'm plugging Deidre's channel. If you do sign up for her newsletter, you will get free printables all the time. She sends out free stuff. So I do belong to her newsletter, and I believe that this was one of her free designs. I don't know. So I either purchased it or it was one of her free designs. And that's Deidre over at Our Upcycled Life. So you can go over and check her out and sign up for her newsletter and get some free designs yourself. Or check out her Etsy store because she has all kinds of cute designs in there. And I have purchased a ton from her. And she always has a half price off special. So now I have taken these wood cutouts, and I believe these came from Target a year or two ago. And I painted some of them in Carriage House green, that's a green color, and I painted some of them in Spanish tile, which is the red color that I love from Lowe's, which was an Oops colored paint. And now I am just embellishing these blocks. Now, isn't that cute? I love that. And then I couldn't decide if I liked the green or the red 25. And I thought the red went better. It made the Santa's hat pop. And then I put on Mary for the deer. Is he a deer? Stag? I don't know. He's a buck, I guess, because he's got all those. Oh, he's a reindeer. I don't know. I don't know what he is. I'm not a hunter. Anyway, the Mary didn't stick, but I am just going to be working on these blocks and embellishing them, so I will just let you watch. All right, guys, I want to thank you so much for watching and coming by and visiting my channel. If you are new here, please consider subscribing or giving me a thumbs up if you like any of these projects. I really appreciate it. I appreciate all your support to my channel. And don't forget to go over and visit my Etsy shop. I do have some cute designs in there. I will be adding more and more and more. And don't forget to visit the playlist. I will have the links to everyone's channel down below in my description box. And here is the final reveal. I hope you all have a fabulous weekend. Let me know which one of these is your favorite. I love the ski lodge. I love the Santa. I love the Dear Santa I Can Explain. I just think they all turned out super cute. And I will be redoing the North Pole bed and breakfast sign. Here's how that turned out. Obviously, it did not turn out very well. It was a fail. And I will also have this design for you. I think I can link it down below. I'm going to try for free. So check out my description box if you want that design. And again, I hope you have a fabulous weekend. And happy Thursday!